So the next topic is S3 transfer acceleration. So you remember we discussed about transfer acceleration. Can you recall what is transfer acceleration?
Yes.
Right. So for very long distances, right? You recall? I'll just show you this slide one more time. Just see. This is the one.
Yes, please.
Right. So transfer files over long distances between client location and S3 bucket, right? It uses the CloudFront's globally distributed edge locations, right? So this transfer acceleration, we cannot simply do practical or something. However, we can try to look at how this happens, right? How it can be faster or less faster or something. So just go to S3 bucket. That maybe we have created now the source bucket or something. Maybe this bucket we can use, right? Now here we want to do some S3 but transfer acceleration we want to enable. Okay, so we have this bucket, right? Somewhere we should have that feature. Where do you think? That is a property, right? So just look into properties. You have versioning, tags, encryption, something. Okay, you see transfer acceleration is there, right? Right. So this is the place where you can enable or disable the transfer acceleration, right? So if you just click on that edit, and you just have to enable it. So it says source bucket accelerate dot. So this is what will be the accelerated endpoint. So now earlier other one was the endpoint. Now this will become the endpoint. Use the accelerated endpoint for faster data transfer, which will incur an additional fee, right? So some pricing fee, all the details are there that you can see. So now you can just try to learn more about it. You can just click on this and you can just explore that option, right? You just click on this, you see that some transfer acceleration page will open. Amazon S3 transfer acceleration, right? Why use transfer acceleration? Using this speed comparison tool. So this speed comparison tool, this you can try. How the speeds will be based on different regions, because you know this is for long distance transfer, right? Now you have copy the following URL in the browser, replacing region with whatever region you are using, your bucket name with the name of the bucket, right? So this is the path. So if you just try like this is opening, right? You see this is accelerated speed comparison tool is opening from Virginia, some option. Now you can try out this particular URL for comparison, right? Now I'll just take a notepad to edit that one, right? So what is the name of the region that we are having?
Ohio. Destination is Ohio, source is Mumbai.
So what is the name of the bucket?
Source bucket.
This is the one, right?
Yeah.
So you already saved it, right? No, didn't save. Okay, let me save it. So let me save this one. This is enabled now. So you see transfer acceleration is enabled. Now accelerated endpoint is coming like this, right? This is the accelerated endpoint. Earlier, whatever endpoint was coming, that will not have this accelerate. This word will not be there. Now there will be difference in the link. There will be a different link of the normal, like it will be the endpoint will be different for accessing that. So here, see what it is doing meanwhile. It is just trying, meanwhile it is just running that thing. By default, it's comparing all the other regions, right? So you can modify this link to the bucket name. So just see that URL here. So here region will come, region equal to, right? So region will come, right? So where is that region equal to? Here, this region, correct? So what will the region for us?
Yeah.
Tell me. What is
Hello.
that? AP? South?
South.
What? One, only one is there, no? So will be one. Correct, no? Now the bucket name, right? We can put that, whatever is the name of our bucket, is the bucket. Just take that bucket, modify that as the bucket name, right? Now this particular URL can be used for better test comparison. So you see how it is doing the test. Like this only it will work. It will be doing no testing, all these no, with respect to one or two. So now I'll just show you here. I'll just try this out. This particular link. You see, now it came as Mumbai. Here it was like coming as Virginia, right?
Everything, yeah.
Now it changed because we have modified that URL, right? Source bucket also came, and then that AP South one is our Mumbai. So that Mumbai also came. So S3 direct upload speed it is checking, right? Upload is completed now, right? So I will just stop this to so that now you just see upload speed comparison is happening. S3 direct upload is there, and then accelerated transfer is there. Just try to see the difference. What is happening? It is using uploading sample file to a cloud front endpoint. Upload is complete, and you see 152% faster, right?
Yes.
So S3 direct upload speed is 152% faster, right? And accelerate upon speed comparison in the selected region based on the location of bucket, right? So S3 accelerated transfer upload speed is more, correct? Which one is more? Accelerated one or normal one?
Second one, X3
Second one.
accelerated transfer upload speed.
Correct. So this is the
Normal.
if it is filled more means it is that speed is more. So this is speed. So speed is more. This is normal. This is transfer acceleration. Based on this, you have to take a decision whether you should go for transfer acceleration or you should not go for the transfer acceleration. Now you see for the San Francisco region, right? For US West 1, it is 1193% faster. So what we have been discussing, if you have to transfer the data to the very far location from one region to another region, is it going to be helpful? You have to, looking at this, you just can imagine and you can take a decision. If you have to transfer a data from Mumbai to San Francisco, right? Which one is better? This one
Transfer acceleration.
Transfer acceleration is better, right?
Yes.
So this is what we have to understand. So this demo.
And Harish, I have a doubt. For this, is there any extra cost effect?
Yes. There will be extra pricing.
Okay.
Right here you saw it already. It was telling while you were doing it. When you went here, what was that option?
Properties.
Properties.
Okay.
And then go below. Transfer acceleration. Accelerated endpoint, faster data transfer. Right. When you tried, you just went there. Here it says pricing. Right.
Yeah.
Just open this in a new page and look at the various pricing options. Right. So you see here, whatever pricing is there for bucket, from this bucket to that will be anyways, that is
now
there.
we did it right. Is there charges applicable?
You see request and data retrieval charges. Okay. Now you see put, copy, post, list, right? Get, select for everything, right? For this much, right? For whatever intelligent tiering, this is the rate. For infrequent access, this is the rate. Now, what is happening, right? For this, where is that? Data transfer, right? So data transfer in to Amazon S3 from internet. So this is not there. 1 GB not there. Now next, right? Charges are there for transfer, right? So whatever transfer, CloudFront 00 per GB out from S3 to data transfer outside. Now for Mumbai, you see something per GB, right? So like that, some transfer rate will be applicable. Some additional. Here comes the transfer acceleration. So data transfer in to Amazon S3 from the internet for our Mumbai. Where is that? Okay. So data transfer between S3 and another AWS region, right? Accelerated by AWS edge location 0.04 per GB. This will be applicable. Okay, so this is like for US, Europe, and Japan. Accelerated by all other AWS edge locations. This will be 0.808. So like this, there will be some kind of, as part of AWS free tier, you can get started with S3 for free. Upon sign up, you get 5 GB. That's what I was telling, right? So 5 GB you'll get, and 20,000 get request, 2,000 put request, copy, post, list, and 15 GB of data transfer out each month you will be getting for 1 year. So this is what is your AWS free tier limitations, right? So whatever we are doing, all this test, this, that, all those things are happening, right? So this will not be chargeable for whatever copy, replication, file I'm opening, get request, put request, I'm putting some file, I will be copying using some kind of command line. All those things will be counted. However, there won't be any charges for our free tier for now. Okay, got it? So like this, you have the calculator. You can just try that AWS pricing calculator, right? So like this, you go to anything and then you just go to that pricing. Go to any service, go to the feature, go to FAQ, go to security, storage classes, all those pricing. So you can look at the pricing for any service, right? So that will give you good clarity comparison. Some understanding you should have. They are not going to ask you about what is the price for in the certification examination. However, practically you should be aware that whether it is chargeable or it is free. If it is chargeable, which one is costlier? Whether transfer acceleration, if I take additional one, anyways they are just giving you some kind of better performance. So obviously they will charge, right? So like that we have to think. Giving something, so there should be some charge, so you have to explore that. Yeah, some charge is there, so that understanding is important. Okay, so you know how to do it, correct? You see everywhere almost like we're getting better results, right? Hello?
Yes, Harish.
Yeah, so almost like everywhere you are getting from Mumbai to another all other region, it is coming as a better result, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for transfer acceleration it is good. If you want, you have some other things there, you want to do data transfer faster, so that you can use, right? So I'll just stop it here, right? So you understood. I'll just ping you this link so that you have you can do it yourself as well, right? So I'll just ping you. Dharma, you can still hear us? Please confirm. Dharma, please confirm. Hello, Natras.
Dharma.
Dharma, some network issue today.
I think he unmute, but still we cannot hear it.
Some network issue, yeah, looks like. Yeah. So he's not on mute, but some issue. Some network issue today he's facing. Because of that, some voice will go, some voice will not go.
Yeah, it's very.
I'll pause. You just fix your internet. Perfect. So now we will move on to the next topic in the hands-on section, right? So the another one is after this S3 transfer acceleration, right? So we will be applying S3 transfer acceleration only for what? Accessing, transferring, reading, right? Or kind of writing data to the bucket where we want to reach, right? So as we compared the speed, right? So like that, if you want to reach out, we want to transfer data to the bucket, right, from all over the world. So on that particular bucket, right, we'll be applying transfer acceleration. We'll enable that transfer acceleration. Then whatever endpoint that we are getting for accessing that particular bucket, right? So that will be a different URL altogether. Using that URL, we have to access that bucket. We'll not use as the direct one. We'll use the accelerated URL. We'll get another URL, right? Through that URL we have to access. Still that direct access URL will be available. That normal URL will be there. But if you use normal one, it will not be faster. So if you are enabling the transfer acceleration on the bucket, then you have to enable, you have to use the new URL that we are getting, right, for faster access. Still, anyways, like you have all the options to reach out to that bucket, but you have to use the accelerated one, right? So that's what we saw. Now exploring the life cycle policy. So just take a look at this life cycle policy. We can go maybe this bucket only, whatever the name. So in this bucket, we want to put that life cycle policy. So just go to this properties. No, it should be in management, right? So you're managing the life cycle, right? So just go to that here only, first thing. Right? So in this management tab, you have option to create the life cycle rule. Nataraj, I'm audible?
Yes, Harish.
Okay, so just Dharma, please click on this create life cycle rule. So now just forget about that no previous concepts. This bucket is kind of new bucket, so don't get confused with source bucket or something. So
okay,
maybe I can just remove that rule also now. So in this we have that management, we have that
okay.
application rule. So I will delete that rule, right? So no further copying, and I'm not interested in that destination bucket also. So I will just delete that. So I'll just put that. Sorry, what happened?
Why you are deleting, Harish?
No need, right? Why we keep on copying whatever we copy here? Everything will be replicated,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
So just clean up thing we are doing.
Sure, sure.
So just empty it. Yeah. So I'll just do a cleanup. I'll just clean up. Just delete the destination thing, because with this there should not be any confusion. Deleted it. Okay. Now one more thing, this you cannot rename or something. There is no option for renaming that, this bucket. Once you have created, that's it. So you have to so you can just think of this bucket, some kind of bucket, right? So now just think what you are trying to do here in this bucket, right? You are going to management and you have the option for lifecycle rules. Now you tell me, create lifecycle rules. Lifecycle rule name. So you just say like life cycle rule 1-h, something I have given. Life cycle rule 1-h. Now it will be unique. Limit the scope of this rule using one or more filter, or you want to apply this to all the objects in the bucket. So you have a choice. This rule applies to all objects in the bucket, or you can apply on the option of this. You can limit the scope of this with particular tag. So whatever object you want to replicate, use for life cycle transition, then for that what we do, we can use based on the tag, or we can use for all the objects in the bucket. So whatever comes here are kind of log files, right? So just think of this bucket as some kind of log file. What all options are there? Just look at it. Transition current versions of objects between storage classes. Transition previous versions of objects between storage classes. Expire current versions of objects. Permanently delete previous versions of object. Delete expired, delete markers or incomplete multipart upload. Now, just think. Transition action, you remember, and expiration action?
Yeah.
What is that? Transition action.
It's
Transitioning from one storage class to another storage class.
Correct.
Expiration means
deletion. I mean, expiration is
deletion.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, expiration is deletion of the object. Okay. Now, you have some particular log. It may be useful for 30 days. After 30 days, right, that particular log, you don't want to access very frequently, but you want to keep it. You don't want to delete it, right?
Yes.
What will you do? For 30 days, you want to keep it in standard class, correct? So say like this bucket is for keeping the logs. Now you are keeping logs for 30 days in the standard class. After 30 days, you want to put it in the infrequent class because that will be cheaper. After 30 days, you don't want this particular log to be readily available.
Yeah.
You may need to access it, you may not need to access it. So better keep in infrequent access class, it will be cheaper. What action we will do? Transition or expiration?
Transition.
Transition actions. So transition, now again, you have the versioning, right? So transition current version of objects between storage classes. You want the latest version of object to transition, or you only want the previous version, or you want both the versions, correct? So depends what you want to do. You may wish to transition the current version. You don't want to work on the previous version. You may wish to delete the previous version. Your choice. Everything is your choice. So what kind of rule you want, right? You want to transition previous version also. You want to expire the current version also. You want to permanently delete this also. So depends on what you are going to do. So just think here, this is for no delete marker or something. This is like, no, once you mark something as delete, so it will not be immediately gone, but it will be marked as delete. So that marker will be there. Or sometimes you upload file and it is not complete. Some part is uploaded, something is junk. So those things also, if you want to, if that is expired, then you can delete that also. So all those features. Now, transition action, if you just look at transition current version of object between storage classes, right? So storage class transition to what? Now it is no standard one. Now that standard one will standard will not come, right?
Yes.
Because already it is there in that. Now you want to transition it to say like one zone IA, then you choose one zone IA. If you want to transition to infrequent one, you choose that one. Here it requires the days after object creation. Say today your log is created. So say like after 30 days. Okay. After 30 days, you want your object to be moved to standard IA, current version, right? Now you see here no, this one, sorry, that one, then transition and non-current versions of objects between storage classes. So whatever is non-current, what is older one, for that you want something else. You want it to go to one zone IA. That may not be very much useful. So the previous version should go to one zone IA. That is not important. If it is that data center is gone, let that go also, doesn't matter. I have the current version, right?
Yeah.
So like that, you have to decide what you want. Now, expire current versions of objects for version enabled buckets, right? Amazon S3 adds a delete marker and the current versions of object is retained as previous version. For non-version buckets, S3 permanently removes the objects, right? So this kind of features are there. Expiration is required for the selected action. Enter a value or deselect the action. So you want to expire it, say like after, say like 180 days. Understood?
Hmm.
And then you want to delete it after 360 days. Permanently delete previous version. Previous version you want to delete after say like 100 days only, or say like 90 days only, like this. Some number you give. Previous version will be deleted, right?
Yeah.
After 90 days only, but current version will be kept for 180 days. Understanding?
Yeah.
So this action will remove expired object delete markers and may improve performance. Expired object delete marker is retained in all previous versions of the object, right? Versions of an object expire after deleting a versioned object. This section is not available for expire current version. When you are selecting that, it is not there. Incomplete multipart, you can select it. So after say like incomplete multipart, you delete after say like 180 days. So you have all these things, right? So whatever number you have put, that will give you some idea here. Just timeline summary that current version action day 0 object is uploaded. After 30 days, the object is transitioned to standard IA, and as soon as it reaches the 180 days, the object will expire. For previous versions, right, the object becomes non-current. How it becomes non-current? When the newer version is uploaded, right? So when newer version is uploaded, the older one, the other one will become non-current. So that becomes previous version. So this becomes previous version. Now, as soon as the new one is uploaded, the existing one will become previous version. That previous version after 30 days will transition to one zone IA. Okay. Now that one zone IA thing, right, will after that 90 days, even that will be permanently deleted. So do you understand this flow? Tell me. Dharma,
Yeah.
you please confirm, and then you also confirm that rest. Life cycle.
Yes.
Dharma is not confirming.
Yeah, he said he pinged.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So Dharma also confirms, right? So this
Yeah.
is what is life cycle rule. Just the storage class, right? What is storage class? There might be different requirements where you want to put after, say like this transition thing you are putting here, right? You may wish to put it this. You need to put that non-current one in the Glacier Deep archive, right? Right. So transitioning small objects to Glacier or Glacier Deep archive will increase cost. It's not for a smaller thing, right? I want to put it. I want to make it non-current after say like 90 days, right? This non-current version objects between the storage class, it will become 90 days, and then it should expire, right? After say like 1500 days. Okay. How much will be 5 years? 365 into. So you can simply calculate. You want it 365 into 5. Some 1825 days. So you want it to happen after 1825 days, right? So you can choose that after 1825 days, after 5 years, that person will be deleted. Okay. Got it? This previous one will be deleted after 90 days. Even the current one, that will be deleted after 5 years. You want to keep it for 10 years, then it will be 3650, right? Just the double of it. So you have to decide what you want to do with the objects in a bucket, right? So this understanding is no, good. So we are not doing it just not to incur the any additional charges for this no
So this
transitioning.
rule, sir,
Tell me.
if we create a rule, a life cycle rule in this bucket, right? So this
Yeah, this will work automatically.
Can we extend?
will be applicable to all the objects,
Can we
right? In
extend?
this bucket.
Can we? Natraj.
No. Can we extend? Like say example. If we maintain for 90 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So but after 90 days, I mean before 90 days, I thought to extend to 360 days or something like that. Can we change it?
You can change that rule, no? You can delete that rule. You can change that rule, up to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever you wish, whatever you wish,
So
all in your
we
hands.
need to delete, right? Instead of modify, we need to delete.
You can
Okay.
you can modify
Fine,
the rule, you can change the rule, you can delete the rule, you can do whatever you wish, all yours.
Okay.
Yeah. So before your object is gone, you can take another action. You can just modify it, right? So it's all up to you. So but the only thing is, whenever you are doing, you can just do some analysis, what you want to do with that data. Say like for backup, you are keeping some backup. You want to be kept for 1 week or 1 month, and then for logs or some kind of thing, you want to get it deleted, doesn't matter to you, then you can delete action, you can use that expire action. Or you want to transition to glacier, you can put it in deep glacier something, right? You can put in normal that glacier, right? You can put in one zone, you can put wherever you wish, right? So it's all how you decide, how you discuss with your people, right? What is the value of that data? Based on that, you can take a decision, right?
Okay.
Then you can make a rule and you can simply forget.
Yeah, maybe further session. Is there any chances how to recall if we send the objects or buckets to the glacier or standard IS somewhere? So we can how to recall those sessions will be there, right?
See, wherever you are putting your object is accessible to you, right? Wherever your object is there, say like now your object is there in standard bucket, right?
Yeah.
See how you are accessing it, correct? So like that only, if you have your data in infrequent access, you'll be able to access it, right? Now, if you are putting it in wherever, that access is there. However, it will not become accessible immediately if you put it in deep glacier, right? So you have to request for it, right? And it will be made available to you because there will be additional actions behind that, because once it is gone to glacier, it will not come, it will not be visible with a click.
Yes.
Right. So
this I was not aware. Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, no problem. Fine. So perfect. We are good with this. No. So what we will do, you just do some hands-on, just try it out, right? So what I will do for now, I'll just clean up this also, right? So I'll just we can create a bucket with a click whenever we wish. So we'll just what it is asking. Permanently delete, I have to type. Okay, so I'll just type that, empty this, and then I'll just delete that. Just paste the name of the bucket and I'll just delete it. Okay, so now this is clean, right? What we are going to do now is about the next topic. That topic would be the security groups, right? So let's take a look at the security group. You have some idea about security group, right, already?
Yes.
So you just click on this AWS icon. So you will come here and then you have EC2, right? So in the EC2, we had some instance, right? We had some instance, yes. You see our Windows instance, correct? So how we created that Windows instance, we have that is in stopped condition, right? So
Yeah, you have stopped it. I need to start.
no need to start. Don't start now. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah. So we will launch another instance. Okay. So this is now not used now. Now you just see this instance is there. The only main important thing is I was telling about the security group. So just select it. I will just show you the security. Show you that security group. You remember?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we had some inbound rule, some outbound rule, and all those things, right? And whenever
Yes.
you clicked on this security group, right, it takes you to EC2 security group and then the name of the security group, right?
Yes.
So you have that security group under network and security
Yeah,
tab
already.
in the left side here only.
Good.
When you had to go through the to the particular security group, how you were going? You were going to instance, you were selecting that instance, going to security, then you were seeing
Yeah,
your
already.
security.
Patin मुझे काट है बाबा खाता
Dharma, you
सुन
can go
लिया
on.
I'll just wait. Okay, so Natras,
Yes.
yeah. So just see, you used to see the security group by going to the instance and then selecting it, and then you see it, right? Now,
Yes. Just
Yeah.
give me a second, Harish, because my web, I mean, AWS is a little bit slow in my machine. I don't know why.
okay, sure, no problem. Yeah, please take your time.
This is the
Now,
first time where I'm facing a little bit slow.
okay. So Dharma, you can see this, this
Even
particular
EC2 is
instance.
Yeah, a group I have seen that. Yes.
Yeah. So security group, it is there in the under security. So here
Yes,
you
I have
see
seen that.
in
Yeah.
the left side, you see you have network and security group mentioned here. You see. What do you see now? So many security groups I never cleaned
I
up.
can see a list of security groups.
Yeah.
Yes.
So lot of rules
Even
regulations.
I got maybe two I got.
So it's like for very long, like I have been no, I think I have added and not deleted, right? So a lot of security groups are there. So what I will do, I will know. I will delete all the security groups I don't want. Okay. So nothing seems to be very useful. Okay. So what I will do here, I'll select these security groups. Okay. And except this Windows, I'll keep this Windows one.
Actually, for me, there is no name displaying. It says blank name, but there will be one security group we created for EC2 instance, right? So I don't know, maybe that one or something else. There are two displaying without name.
Okay, you can edit it. You can add it. Here, you change it.
I don't know. That is created by me or something.
You go right side, you will see that. Two, you are seeing two, right?
Yeah, owner name, right? Yeah, it's my account only.
No, here you come this side.
Yeah, that's the owner you're saying, right?
Owner will be yours, anyways.
Yeah, my
But
account.
you see this one, it will be there.
Security group name, right?
Yeah.
Security group, Windows security.
Yes. Windows one is for
Yeah,
your Windows instance that is there. Next.
yeah.
Another may
There
be
is one
default.
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 There is one default. Yeah.
Correct. So the default one is created, the default VPC security group that will be created once you create your VPC. Once you create your account, one VPC will be created, that virtual private cloud. In that only we have all these instances running. So one default will be there, and then one Windows DEC will be there that you have created recently. So except these two, right? The other things are no, the older ones. I will just keep my default one, and I will keep this Windows December. So this is why I had created on date also will be there. You see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have date also here. So what you can do in the description section, you can just try to make it a little wider. Like that it will come. So AWS ops work default server, do not change or delete, right? So some ops work related, this is some default ops work I might have done sometime. So that is for that one. So you have this created on 5th of December, one you may be having. Another one you may be having was default VPC security. That's it, right? Correct, Natraj? Only
Yes,
two?
yes. Yeah.
Yes. So you are having that too. So what I am doing, I'm just selecting everything. I'm also keeping default one. I'm not deleting. Linux SG, sorry, Linux Windows DEC, I am not deleting. The remaining I'll go to action and I'll say delete security group. It says default security group. This default security group cannot be deleted. So I have one more default. This is default security, one more default. One is associated here. Okay. Fine. So whatever can be deleted, I will just delete them all. No associated thing will be deleted. Right? So let it get deleted. Okay. So few things are default. I might be having some few things running, right? So it's okay. I'll be keeping this one. Linux security group. Production. What happened to this one? Why it is not going? Some EFS. Why two network interfaces associated? So see, so just see, I have another two interfaces running, right? That is associated with security group. Delete the network interface first or associate with a different security group. So some interfaces are associated here, right? So because of that, it is no, not deleting. So you see two ENIs are there, no? Elastic Network Interface, that is ENI. So some subnet is running. I am having another subnet also. So in the next session, we will be looking at these aspects. So this is in use. Some EFS related, some mount target is there, right? And something is there. So all these things are running. Now what we will do anyways, so not to get any confusion. Now here, just see, we are having that option security group. Just go to this security group. Okay. Now in this security group, you have option to create security group, right?
Yes.
Just click on that create security group.
Yeah.
Now you have to give some name for that security group, right? What should be the name for today? What that we are going to do? We are going to create, this is just a firewall, right? So security group acts as a virtual firewall for your instance to control inbound or outbound traffic, right? So we want to give some name. It says some name, you give my web server group or something. So now I want to create a security group, right? For before creating the instance, because otherwise it will by default it will create some security group and you will not understand the concept. So what we are going to do, we'll create some security group first. Then after creating that security group, right, we'll create some instance, RHEL instance, that is Red Hat Enterprise Linux. How we have worked for Windows, right? Like that, we will create some Red Hat Linux machine also.
Okay.
For that Red Hat Linux machine, we have to SSH to that machine, right? So again, some firewall or something will be required, right? So that firewall we are trying to create in advance, so that once we launch the instance, that time it will ask us, you want to create some security group, and by default it will create. So that we will not do, we'll choose this one. Understood? Understood, Dharma? Why we are doing it? So this is a kind of hands-on where what we are doing, we are creating the rule and then we launch the machine. For that machine, we are creating a rule in advance. Understood?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be for our Linux machine that we are going to create. So I'll just name it as Red Hat, right? Hyphen security group. Red Hat hyphen security group, right? Or I'll also say Red Hat hyphen December hyphen security group, so that we can relate. So this is for December month. Now allow SSH to developers. What is the description? So some kind of
Secure.
allow SSH connection to me. It is only for us, right? So we are that Red Hat machine, that particular firewall should give me access to that Red Hat machine, right? So this security group, what is the description? Allow SSH to me, right? Now that is the thing. By default, you, how many options you are having here? Only one, right? Default.
I got one. I got two.
How many? What are the names?
For me
One is
only
default,
one
VPC
default.
5E00530.
You have two options, Natras.
Another one is only two options.
And
No, I
Dharma?
have only one.
Dharma is having
Yeah,
only
now
one.
I got one. Yeah, one.
I have only one default.
Correct. So even Natras
Default,
should
yeah.
have only one.
Yeah, one only.
Maybe
Sorry.
he created.
I don't know.
Maybe
At that
sometime he
time it
created.
was two, but it was one.
I have not covered that VPC topic. Not sure if he is learning in
Yeah.
advance.
No.
Okay. So this VPC topic
It's
when we do now.
it's very easy, right? Just go to VPC, create, save it. That's
yes, yes. That's right. That's right. Very easy. That is
If
correct.
you don't know anything, right? If you don't know anything, right? It'll, by default, it'll take all default setup and then it'll create.
Yes. So you
So
see
maybe
another.
that's chance. So,
Yeah, correct. So, but that will be complicated if you just do some mistake. So that will be of no use, that VPC. So we have to understand the concept of IP addressing, right? How we are going to do subnetting, routing, all those things we have to understand. Then you should see here. This is the range 172.31.00. Here you see 11.0.0.0.16, 12.0.0.16. So different type of VPCs, right? So I'll delete these two VPCs again. I'll in next session probably I'll be giving a demo. So just choose the default one, whatever is there. Now add rules. You just tell me what rule I should add. Who can tell me?
I will tell.
Tell me.
Okay, let me add. It should be custom, not custom. It's my private.
No. Here, type.
Once. Type checking, just checking.
What I should check?
Not RDP. SSH.
Yes. SSH, right? So it should allow SSH to me. I have chosen SSH. So SSH is, right? What?
Yeah. My IP.
So using SSH, we can connect the through PuTTY, we can connect to what? Linux machine, right? Over port number 22.
Yes.
If it was Windows machine, what we would have chosen?
SMTP. RDP, sorry, yeah.
Correct, 3389 port. So for Windows 1, we had chosen this one. Now for Linux, we can access Linux machine using this secure shell SSH. Yeah. Now in source, we can choose my IP.
Yeah.
Now this is some description, right? So this is for SSH, right? Something. Now this is what is the rule. You can add more rules. Just then click on this. You can add more rule. If you want, you can add more rules. So your choice, right? So you can add rules. Okay. You don't want, you delete them. So what kind of connections, what kind of inbound rules, what all inbound traffic you want to allow from outside to your EC2 instance, that is called inbound rule. So this you have to think from the EC2 instance perspective. Just put yourself at EC2 and then think inbound, outbound, whatever you want to decide. So there should not be any confusion in this inbound and outbound. Whenever you want to think of the firewall rule, just sit near that EC2 instance. Now you think what is inbound and what is from your home. You don't think. Just go virtually to the EC2 instance, sit there with your EC2 instance, and then think what is inbound and what is outbound. If you think from home, right? You are sitting there. From there, if you think of inbound, you will think from your laptop's perspective, right? Right?
Yeah.
So if you want to understand, they say, no, just put yourself in other shoes and then you feel that, right? Then you can take the right decision. So put yourself in EC2 instance and then you decide what is inbound and what is outbound. So this is from EC2 perspective, right? So from EC2 perspective, inbound rule means this port 22 you are allowing in EC2, so that from your home, right, from your office, from anywhere in the world, right, you can access it. But here with the source, you are limiting it. You are only allowing your IP, whatever is the current IP of your machine, public IP assigned. So from that IP only it should be allowed. Okay. Now outbound from your EC2 instance. Again, you are sitting there with EC2. From there, outbound means what? Anywhere in the world. From where? From EC2 instance. So all traffic is allowed on all the port for going outside. So you can go outside, no problem. Now some tag. You can add some tag here. So if I just give some tag, name tag or something. So I'll just say value as I say Red Hat Linux, right? Some tag, Red Hat Linux SZ, some tag I am given. Whatever you wish, you can just give some tag and you can just click on security, create security group. So this security group has been created successfully, right? So this particular security group. So now you just go to security group and you just see here Red Hat Linux SG, whatever name I gave. So that name has come here. Red Hat Linux SG has come here. And here it says Red Hat -DAC-SG, whatever name I had given, right? Whatever description I had given, allow SSH to me, right? And all those things have come here. So now you can relate what is written here. Understood? So if you don't give this tag there, then it will not come. Then you can just modify it here and simply say whatever you wish. You want to put one hyphen here, just change it. You want to put one something here, just change it. You just save. So it changes. Understood? Hello.
Sir, what is the source name we need to give? Actually, sorry.
So what is the source? My IP. You want to allow me, then you can give my IP. If you want to allow for yourself, you give that my IP, right? If you want to allow everyone, you choose everyone, right? So like that. So whom you want to allow, from where it is no traffic is coming, the traffic of the source traffic. So you want to allow from your machine, right?
Yeah.
That's why you are choosing my IP. That is your IP. Okay. Now, this particular one security group we have created. Now, we will be using network file system. We have understood S3, bucket, object, everything. Now, we will also be learning about network file system, that is EFS, elastic file system. So, elastic file system is something which can be accessed from multiple places, some kind of shared file system, right? So we will create another security group. Click on create security group one more time.
Okay.
This time you say the name elastic file system -SZ. Let's copy this. Here you say allow NFS. Okay. Allow NFS to the Red Hat machine. Whom you want to allow NFS for this elastic file system? We'll create some share, right? How in Windows you create some share, right? That will be accessed by other system. So like that, we'll create some kind of share. We'll create some kind of file system that can be accessed by your machine, my machine, this machine, that machine. A lot of other different machines can access the same share. So that will be kind of central file system, right? Shared file system accessed by many servers, right? Many applications. So we have to apply that firewall rule, right? On that NFS share, right? But for whom you want to allow? Your Linux machine will access it, or you will be accessing from your laptop? Tell me.
Linux machine.
Linux machine will access it. So this thing you have to again understand, because once you do not put yourself in that location, you will not understand. Now you want to allow NFS access to your Linux machine, not to you. So you will be allowed to access your EC2 instance. So from your laptop, you will be doing SSH to your EC2 instance. Once you have access to your EC2 instance, that EC2 instance will be accessing the network share. So firewall rule should be, right? If we put some firewall rule on our EFS, on our file system, then that, because that is somewhere that is not in your attached to your machine, that NFS share, that file system is not attached directly to your machine. Many other machines can access it. So that is a kind of storage which is central somewhere. So there you have to apply that firewall rule, but which all systems you want to allow, that system you have to mention. Now, elastic file system, allow NFS to Red Hat machine, let it be the same thing. Now you go to add the rule, and here what should you choose? Tell me. Who can tell? This inbound rule. This inbound rule, this particular firewall will apply to the file system. Another one, we had created that firewall rule for system, the Linux machine.
Yes.
This firewall is we are creating for the file system, which is
NFS.
separate entity. So what should we
NFS?
choose here? NFS.
NFS.
Perfect. So we'll choose NFS here, right? On what port? 2049. So this is the default port for NFS. This NFS, no, inbound. So what we will allow? NFS. We will allow, right, on 2049 NFS access, right? Whom we will allow? Can you tell me?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Anywhere means all the machines of the world will be able to access it. You want to allow everyone?
No.
Only this particular Linux machine that you will be creating,
custom.
right?
Yeah.
So what we will choose?
Custom.
Okay. And my IP, what about my IP? If you choose my IP, will
means
it work?
No, it will work, but it will work only for, no, this will not work, right?
Yeah, your laptop cannot access that NFS share. You want
this is
NFS,
actually between
so we need to custom.
This
you
is
cannot
actually
mount,
between the Windows and Linux connectivity.
NFS is for Linux, not for Windows.
Yes.
Not for Windows, Dharma.
Okay.
Samba will be for Windows and Linux. Now this is NFS.
Custom.
This is to be accessed by Linux machine. Now this will be mounted on the Linux machine as a file system. This will be mounted and can be accessed by multiple file system. So this will be a shared file system. Now, whom do you want to access this share? Your Linux machine, right? Correct?
Yes.
So
already we created some security group, right? Just now, just before this, we created one security group, which is
yes.
So we need to give the access for that security group.
Yes, correct. You are getting it. So if you are simply choosing like this and then going here, right? Just choose custom. right? If you choose no anywhere, then everything will be allowed. But we are choosing custom, right? If you choose my IP, then my current IP will be allowed. But my IP, I am having Windows machine running, and I am not able to mount this NFS in my machine, right? Because this is not allowed. Now I want to access that NFS from the Linux machine, and just now we have created that Linux security group. Come down, 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 down.
Down.
Which
Yeah,
one was
second
that?
Red hat days. It went up. Yeah, the second
Is
one.
the one?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now you think who is getting allowed, and Dharma, try to relate. Allow,
SSH.
right? Allow whom? Linux. Allow Linux. Allow that Red Hat. Correct? No. So allow that Red Hat security group, right? The access.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever is the part of that Red Hat group, right? So allow them, right, to access this particular file system, right? So that is what we are trying to do. Outbound, nothing needed. Leave it like that. Tags or something you can put. What tag you want to put? Something like this, similar to this. You put, give some name, right? So give some, give some name. Give this name, and then you give some value. So something elastic file system, no? SD, right? So just give some name and then SD -DAC something. Now create security group. Understood? So now this is created, and this inbound rule is 2049 allow Red Hat security group. Right? Now here you have Red Hat security group one, another one is elastic file system -SG -DSM. Two things are there, right? So this one. So any point of time, if you want to
still loading.
Okay. So any point of time, if you want to do any kind of modification, right? So you can just select it, and you can just go to inbound rule. You can just click on edit inbound rule, outbound rule, whatever you want to modify. Tag is there. Whatever manage tags you want to do, you can just make some changes, right? So you can do all those things. So all those features are there, right? Right. So this is what is security group under network and security. Through VPC also you can access that. I'll show you later. Now you see network and security, you just go to security group, and then you have all the security groups here. You choose whatever security group you want to modify, right? And then choose one, and then you can just look at it, right? And then you can go to inbound rule, you can edit it. Clear? Security group is clear? Dharma? Hello? Yeah. So now,
yes, sir.
Now there is some concept of EFS. So all these things I will be again explaining to you. For now, you just understand the elastic file system is a kind of shared file system which has independent existence, right? So I'll just close this tab. I am just I'll go to the AWS Management Console. So I am on AWS Management Console, and I have to look for elastic file system, right? So just come down. You see another option under storage. EFS is there.
Yeah.
So S3 was there. Now we have EFS. There is something FSX that is for Windows, right? Some Glacier, some storage gateway, some AWS back. So just look at this EFS. You don't have EBS here. That EBS is part of EC2. That is directly connected to your EC2. That's why that doesn't have separate existence. That is not a dedicated or managed service, right? But this EFS is a managed service. Go to this EFS. This has independent existence.
Yes.
Now I have some EFS1 created. Because of this, no, my security group was not getting deleted. So this EFS1 is created, some 12 KB, some data is kept there, right? So that was created in 27th of September something. So I'll just forgot to clean up. I just select this and I'll try to delete this, and it is asking to enter the file system ID. Right. So this is the file system
Copy.
ID. I'll just like this. You can delete. You can keep things clean. So this is deleting the mount target for file system. It's just deleting it. That EFS1. Take a while, right? Because by default it is very robust and it will be replicated, right? Reduce your storage price by this with EFS lifecycle management. Okay, so it's just taking some time. Yeah, it has deleted, right? So you will have something similar to this, right? Do you have the same screen? How did you come here
For
to
me,
this place?
something different. Create file system. Yeah.
This one came?
Yeah.
Just because just because you didn't have that file system.
Same.
So now mine is same screen.
Yeah.
Correct. So what you can do, you can simply see here, standard storage 0.33 per GB, infrequent access storage, infrequent access request, provision throughput, it was pricing calculator, some pricing calculator and all. What is that? EFS, documentation, FAQs, right? All those things, right? Fully managed. All those features you can take a look at. Here you just see create file system. Click on that. It is asking for some name. Give some name, right? So you just say elastic FS, elastic hyphen FS, elastic file system. Okay. Just give some name. Tell me once done. Now, let this be default. Let this be default. Then you have option for customize.
For me, it is not coming. Yeah, it came. Okay.
Oh, looks like a bit slow for you today.
Yeah. Customize.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Dharma, please confirm.
Yeah, you have given the name, so
yeah,
I need to see whether
give name.
I follow you. Yeah.
Then don't click on create. Click on customize.
Create.
Yeah.
No. Customize.
Okay.
Click on
come
customize.
to another page. Yeah, there are a lot of.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Good. So here, see, you have option for automatic backup. Automatically backup your file system data with AWS backup using recommended settings and all. So it will take backup automatically if you choose this option, right? So additional pricing and all. So we don't want for our test purpose. We just remove it. Then lifecycle management. You know what is lifecycle management? Automatically save money as access pattern changes by moving files into the EFS infrequent access storage class. So for EFS, you have infrequent access storage class also, apart from this standard one. So it is saying you just after 30 days since last access. If you don't access a file for 30 days, right? It should move to what? It should move to infrequent access category. You have option from 7 days to 90 days. Okay, from 7 days to 90 days. So you can choose wherever, or you can say none. So you don't want, your data will be kept there only. Okay. So I don't want to save money, right? I want it to be accessible all the time, everything. Then I'll choose none. Then I'll say like after 90 days, you just move it to infrequent access category, then it will move it. Correct. So we can choose. Up to us. Anything you is fine. For now, I'll say no. And performance mode, general purpose, boosting, max IO, provisioned. Right. So you have different modes here. So all these details, right, we will be discussing under NFS. right? When we discuss our EFS. So for now, you just understand general purpose, max IO, throughput mode, provision mode. So this is general purpose, right? Normal.
Yeah.
So we can put it as general purpose. Throughput mode, we can put it as bursting, right? So it's okay. Now encryption of data at rest. So whenever data is there using this key, management key management system, this one KMS, we can keep it as encryption. We can encrypt, or we can, for now we can just disable. No need to keep this encryption for now. Some tags or something you just put, give some name, and just here you just say like elastic hyphen file system hyphen December, something like that, right? So given some value for the tag. So you just see what we have chosen. We have done elastic hyphen fs, we have given, right, some name, whatever. I will also say here also December something. Now automatic backup not enabled, life cycle management nothing there, general purpose, bursting, right, name elastic file system hyphen DEC, right? Just see here, just this we'll be discussing. So just I'll tell you, you just try to recall, right? So general purpose, max IO, then that is performance mode. Performance mode is set your file system performance mode. So there will be two different types of modes. Performance, how much you want the performance. This is for general purpose, for ideal for latency sensitive, like web serving environment and all. Here max IO, scale to higher levels of aggregate throughput and operations specific. When more throughput, then you have to go for max IO. So more throughput will be there. Throughput, you understand? How much data you want to transfer in a given time. In 1 hour, how much data is transferred? If more data is transferred in 1 hour, means throughput is more. If less data is transferred in 1 hour, throughput is less. Understood throughput? How much data, amount of transfer of the data. Now we keep as general purpose for latency sensitive. And throughput mode, you have two, bursting and provisioned one. So this provisioned one fixed at a specific amount. You can fix like this should be the varied ranges, this much provision throughput, how much you want, encryption and all the different options. So bursting means what? Based on the need. So throughput scales with file system size. So size increases, the throughput limit will increase. File system size is small, throughput mode is less. If it increases, it will accordingly increase. So those are the benefit of NFS. Click on next. You're there with me? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. For me, it is.
You came to this page, please confirm.
Network access I came. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect. So here you see the mount targets, availability zones, right? Subnet, IP, address, security group. Like this, you have the option. Just try to understand. Mount target provides NFS endpoint at which you can mount an Amazon EFS file system. We recommend creating one mount target per availability zone. So we have 3 availability zones in AP South 1, that is Mumbai region. So AP South 1A, AP South 1B and 1C. These are the 3 availability zones available in AP South 1 region. Now there will be subnets. For this, you see some subnet is there with this corresponding to this 1A availability zone. So while I will be explaining you about this subnet, that time I will tell you there is a one-to-one mapping between availability zone and the subnet. So one availability zone is mapped to one particular subnet. All are there in the same VPC. All are there in the same virtual private cloud. So while I explain you VPC, you will be able to relate to this information, right? You will have second time of the same thing when I say, then you will have more understanding. You will say, oh, I have seen it somewhere. There is one VPC, there is availability zone associated with a subnet. This availability zone is associated with another subnet, right? You see, this availability zone right? C is associated with subnet number this, different subnets. So each availability zone is mapped to corresponding subnets. Now, what it is suggesting? It is telling that mount point will be available to you, but we recommend creating one mount target per availability zone. So you'll have one target for one availability zone. So if one availability zone goes offline, you have another from another place, from another data center, right? Your NFS will be accessible. If these two also goes down, your NFS is still accessible. It is still available, right? So you create if you create your own NFS share here, from there it will be available to your machines locally, right? From that availability zone, somewhere that NFS share will be there. From there, your all machines can access whatever is there in that particular availability zone. From this one, right, whatever NFS share is there, right, that will be available to the instances running there. From here it will access from there. Now if this is not there, this is not there, still your NFS share can be accessible. The only thing is latency will be more. It will be a bit less performance, but availability will be there, right? Now just think here, IP address is like automatic or something. So you have some security group options given here, something default. Just cross this, close this, cross. Now you tell me, if your server, you have decided to keep your EC2 instance only in availability zone 1B, and you have no plans to create another servers, right, in 1A and 1C, you don't want to access them from there, what will you do? You can remove it, right? You can remove, right, mount target, these two?
Yes.
So say like, if you remove say like 1C, now that is gone. Now you have option, right? Later at any point of time, if you want, you can add mount target. Now you will have that only one option, because already those two are added. By default, whatever is the subnet that will come, again it has come to you. So you can delete it, you can add it, you can modify. So, but usually that NFS is to be accessible from many systems. So you may have no requirement to keep it in multiple subnets. So you can keep it in multiple subnets. But whom do you give access to, that you tell me. Here, what should I choose? This is important.
Elastic file system.
Many people I have seen doing mistake here in this. Which one I should choose? This one, right?
Yeah.
Or this one?
Yeah.
Red Hat or Elastic File System?
Elastic file system.
Okay. So what do you say, Dharma? See, two choices I am giving. One is like Elastic File System -SG that we have created just now. Another choice is Red Hat -DEC-SG. This also we have created just now. So simply you can choose Red Hat, right? That also is possible. You can choose this one.
Red Hat is for the SSH connection.
Okay. Red Hat
right,
is for?
and this is for NFS.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So we want to allow, right? For what? File system, right?
Yes.
So whatever is the security group for your NFS that you had created, right? So this security group is applicable for your file system. So this is the security group that you are attaching with your file system, right? So this is the default security group for this, correct? So now this security group, whatever we have created, is getting attached. Now this policy, whatever you have inbound rule or something you have defined in this, that will become applicable. What is written in this is allow NFS to Linux machine. This is the property, this particular firewall, this particular security group is created or meant for this file system only. Already Linux one we created, that we will be attaching to what? That Red Hat machine that we will be creating, right? Now we are creating the file system. So for file system, this is the group. So this group is going to give access to Linux SG, that is another point. But this is the behavior, this is the property, this is the firewall that needs to be attached to our file system. So this is created for this. So that's why it's simple. So we are creating it. We are attaching it at EFSSG, whatever mount group we have created, everywhere we have to attach this elastic file system -security group. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Now let's say next. Now you have some kind of policy creator or something. So this is optional step, right? So you want to just put some, give some rules. You don't want root to access the NFS share, or you don't want somebody to write to your file system. You want it read only, right? You want to force some kind of encryption for all the clients, right? In transit encryption. So one kind of encryption would be rest encryption at rest. Another is during the transition while on the way. So all those things are, all those other optional options are there. So we just leave that as it is and we say next. Now we take a look at this. File system field value is editable. Name this. Now tags, right? Mount targets we have created in all the availability zones available for that particular region. Then no policy or something is there. You simply click on create. Now you see it will take a while. The file system is getting created. Did it ask for any size? Tell me. Did it ask for any size? No, right?
No.
Just remember this. Don't forget.
No.
So when we will be discussing about file system, EFS, that time further detail we will be revising. That time you have to relate. There is no file system size created here, right? So what is this? Why there is no file system size? Because whatever you wish, as much you wish, you put it. Okay. So we don't want, they don't want to restrict us, right? So simply you put whatever size, accordingly it will increase. You pay for that much only. So size in, now it is 6 KB byte. So that much only the size as of now.
This is this is the transfer rate, is it, sir?
Which one? This one? No. This is the actual size now, current size of your elastic file system that you have created.
Okay.
Now, see, it's kind of.
This is actually this is the network we are creating, right? So the network, the bandwidth will be this. It will support only maximum 6 KB, is it?
No. This is the size, current size of your file system. See, you will create one. You buy one hard disk. What is the size?
1 TB.
Okay, you purchase for 1 TB. What about you, Dharma? Yeah. Dharma.
Yeah.
What is the size of your hard disk in your system? For example, 512 GB. Hello.
I think his audio is gone.
Yes, sir. Please tell me. Yeah.
Okay, so some size is there, for your hard disk.
Yeah.
Now, if you put some data in your hard disk, will that size increase for your hard disk?
No.
So for Natras, it is 1 terabyte of hard disk. So he will put file up to 1 terabyte. After that, can he put anything? No, right?
Can't.
But here, this is very different. This is elastic. What will happen in elastic? If you pull the elastic, what will happen? You can stretch it, right? So originally, right? This is the actual size of your hard disk now. You are keeping 6 kilobyte of data as of now. Actually, that won't be kilobyte in our no computer system. It will be kibibyte, 1024 no byte. So
Yeah.
that is called kibibyte. We just know in general we say kilobyte. Think of it as a kilobyte. Kilobyte, no, that is our decimal system that we will tell, no, 1000 byte. That is kilo.
Yeah, that's what is very less. That's why very less. That's why I'm saying.
That's why you are saying. So now you put 1 GB, no, it will become 1 GB. You put 2 GB, it will become 2 GB. You put 5 GB, it will become 5 GB.
Okay.
If you put 1000 GB, it will become 1000 GB.
Okay. So this is a very minimum size it's allocating by default, right?
This is by default. This is something is there, some hidden thing. So some kilobyte something is there. Now you just put it, and it is elastic. The name itself is elastic. So this is elastic file system, EFS, right? So this will stretch. You keep on putting things, it will keep on increasing, and you pay only for whatever size you are putting. And how useful this is, say, like, you never know how much will be the file, right? So if you buy 1 terabyte hard disk and you are storing only 1 MB or 10 MB or 100 MB or maximum of 1 GB, then whatever is the additional, no, that hard disk cost, that is wasted, right? Now here, what is the benefit? Pay as per the use. This is real meaning of cloud, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So this is what the purpose is, for which only you came
Pay
here.
what you use.
Pay for use, yeah. Just like electricity bill. You are consuming only 100 units, pay for 100 units. You consume 1000 units, you pay for 1000 units. So you put little bit of file, then you only pay for that one. That's it. So in infrequent category, no, nothing is there. Here, some 6 kilobyte. You put something, then accordingly the size will increase. So for now, there is nothing. Total size is this much only. So this is elastic file system, right? Now we got our file system is available now. Just now we have created it.
Yes.
How we can use it? We need that Linux machine, right? From where we can access this, correct? So let's go to the AWS console again. For now, we park this. So we park this. Just remember, one security group we created. We have connected to this one, right? This is the file system that got created. This is automatic backup. All these things disable, general purpose bursting, right? Some kind of monitoring, some by default some file system metrics. Some this is managed file system. Some monitoring is happening. Some throughput utilization. The utilization warning is there. So as of now, nothing, right? And lot of other things, percentage IO limit, everything. So by looking at, you see they started monitoring also. Now you just think this is kind of what? This is managed file system. What is that? Managed file system means what? Managed by whom? Managed by us or managed by AWS? Not us. Managed by
us.
No, this is totally managed by AWS. So whenever we say this is a managed file system, this is a managed service. Any managed service means managed by the service provider. When we say managed system, managed service, right? That means it is totally managed by the service provider, means here AWS. So it is a managed file system, not managed by us. We don't have to do it. We just have to. You see, this is metered size. You see, this is the metered size. Keep on putting things. That's it. So we are not paying anything as of now. So put the data, and then you pay for it. You see attach option here. You just see attach option. See all those features here. Mount via DNS, mount via IP. You mount via IP. You want to mount for which particular availability zone or something. 1A, 1B, 1C. Say like your EC2 instance that is getting created, that will get created in 1B. Now this is the command that you will run on that machine and you will mount it. Got it? So when you want to get that mounting thing, whenever you want to mount, you have to run this command. As a root you want log in, then you don't have to put sudo. As a normal user, EC2 user, you just have to run like this, and here you have to give the mount point. So where you want to mount, right? What all features is there? That will be NFS version 4.1, size, write size, hard limit, hard mount option, timeout option, NFS. So all those NFS version 4 with these options, it will get mounted on your Linux machine. Okay, so quickly let's go. We'll come back to this place. We'll click on this. We'll take that command. We'll paste it there. We'll mount it, right? So for now, or we'll mount it automatically while creating the system, right? So we have two choices how to mount that file system. So let's go to AWS console. From there, let's go to EC2 console, right? In the EC2 console, we have go to instance, right? We have this EC2 instance, Windows instance. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
there is.
Now we need to create.
Now we need to create that
Linux
Red Hat
instance.
Linux machine, right? So
yes.
before we go there, right, you just come to Elastic Block Store. Actually, this Windows machine we had created to access the CLI, correct? Remember? Command line interface. We installed that CLI version 2.
Yes, correct.
Now there is Elastic Block Store. If you go to this volume, you see here size is 30 GB, right? What is the size? Go to this Elastic Block Store.
Yeah. 30 GB.
The volume is 30 GB. This is our hard disk that is attached to our Windows machine, correct? Dharma?
Yes.
So this is GP2 volume type. Size is 30 GB. This is a volume. This is your hard disk, which is attached, which is connected to your Windows machine. And this is in use. Now, if you create additional instance, some size will be there for that?
Yes, of course.
Then what will happen? Tell me. Your account will be?
It will be extra chargeable, right?
Yes. Why? What is the limit?
30 GB.
Yeah. So in free tier, you are allowed only for 30 GB, even if your Windows instance is stopped. This particular volume is taking 30 GB, right? So you will not be charged for EC2 instance because this is not running anyways. Even if it runs, you will not be charged up to 750 hours. However, if you create additional system, some volume you will attach to it, correct? Then you have to pay additional amount for that. So tell me whatever you suggest. If you want to pay for it, then you can keep this Windows instance. Or if you don't want to keep, don't want to pay additional amount, then for now you can remove this, right? This particular Windows instance, and then we will create that Linux instance. And again, if you need, you can any point of time you can install, right? You can refer to the recording, and you can create it one more time, correct?
Yes.
Tell me what you want. Dharma.
We'll delete.
We can delete?
Yeah.
Okay, Dharma, fine to delete? Let Dharma confirm. Oh, Dharma is pinging on the chat.
Hello, yes
now.
sir.
Yeah, so want to delete this?
So you want to delete the EC2?
Yeah, because we have that 700, 30 GB only. Limit.
30 GB.
Okay.
Under free tier, we have only 30 GB. So, create one more new instance. Then you will be paying for that additional volume. So if you are fine, you can keep it. If you don't want to pay any amount,
no. We can
delete and create later, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can just refer to
So we can delete. So we can delete the Windows EC2.
Yeah. So we can delete this Windows EC2 instance, so that, because see, for EC2 you are not paying. The problem is with this you have the volume attached. This hard disk.
Storage.
So this is storage 30 GB is the limit.
Okay.
Up to 30 GB GP2 volume is allowed for us. So if you keep this storage, then you have to pay
Okay.
for any additional amount. Even 1 GB more than this, you have to pay for it. So better now we delete it, and then later we'll
Terminate
see.
instance.
Yeah. So just go to that instance state. Yeah, correct. So
Terminate
go to terminate
instance.
instance. Yeah. So go and terminate it. So it is just trying to shut down, and then it is trying to terminate. Okay, so let's see.
Terminated. Yeah.
So it is in terminated
Yes.
state. Now go to that volume and see whether that volume is still there. No, right?
It will be there, I guess.
No. Just see, it will be there if
It's not
while
allowing me to
creating that.
terminate.
Yeah.
It is.
Click on this volume, Dharma. EBS.
No. Actually, I couldn't terminate it. It's saying the instance failed to terminate the instance. This one, it says failed to terminate.
No problem. You select it.
The instance may not be terminated. Modify its disable.
You select it one more time. Go to instance state. Again, you choose terminate one more time.
It says failed to terminate.
Refresh and do it.
Refresh here. Refresh. So yours terminated, Natras?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Even zero volume. I mean, there is no volume is created now.
Okay, good. So what happens, I'll show you. While you create that instance, right, that time there will be option, delete on termination, right? There will be some option for that particular volume, right? So while selecting that, we had chosen tick mark that option, delete on termination. So when we terminate this instance, that volume should be deleted. That option we had chosen. So that's why it is deleted.
It says this message. So I have put something on the chat, so maybe this is preventing me to
may not
terminate.
Be terminated. So you might have done delete on termination. You might have you might have disabled it. Okay. Just check. No.
Dharma, or else you opened any other tab which is having same. With the same EC2, if you open two times, it may chances like that. If you open EC2 with the same 2 times, I mean some other tab, then it will not terminate, I guess. You better share your screen so that.
No, I didn't open. I just opened only once.
Okay. So you just see that here you have done that protection. Any protection you have done?
No, sir.
Manage. Okay, so we will see that. We'll come back. You can share your screen.
Yeah.
I think you can stop.
Yeah, I shared it. You see me?
No. Because you are able to share.
No, I don't think so. I have to make him host actually.
Yeah.
I just made you host. Okay, so you can start sharing. We'll see.
Yeah.
Failed to terminate.
You see my screen? Let me know.
Yeah, close that one. Close all these messages that is coming. Yeah, cross. Okay, so here you have no security.
It says disable my TP something.
Disable. Not here, not in the security. Just go to that instance, click on instance. All states, yeah, click on that. Yeah, wait 1 second, wait. Now, just no. Yeah, go to instance state. Okay, good. Termination, wait, yeah. Now, click on that. Instance may not be done. Modify the disable API termination instance attribute and try again. Okay. So, looks like you have done the no protection for that instance to be accidentally terminated, right? So for that some protection is there. So cross this one, right? Right. So now just look for that termination, that option, no. Stop. Check under that action. Select this and go to the actions.
Which one?
Select that. Go up above. Go higher. Go above. Above. Here you cannot do anything. Go above. You see termination protection enabled. Go down, little down. Go down. Yeah. You see something?
This one. Okay.
You see something?
This part.
Yes. So what happens
Yes.
is whenever we are launching some instance, I'll show you when we are trying to launch the instance, right? So we will have some option, right, to terminate termination protection. We can enable or disable. Okay. So there will be some option while we are doing it, or even when we are not even after the launch, we launch this, that time also we can do that, right? So we will go to when we are launching, right, that time we have done it. Now we have to go to action menu, right? For anything you want to do, what is the solution? Action menu. Where is the action menu? Can you go to action menu? Are you familiar?
Yeah.
How? No, that is not the action menu. How will you go to action menu? Don't scroll anywhere. First you go to instance. Go to instance in the left side. Go to instance. Hold on here. Hold on. So what are, yes. Now you think where there should be option, where what is the most appropriate thing here? Just think of it and tell me without clicking.
Security.
No. Hold on.
Setting.
Yes. See, you have set it
Settings.
to be protected. Yes. So you click on instance settings. Now you think here before.
Termination protection.
Yes. You see, you have enabled. Now you save it. So what happened, Natras? While launching the instance, right? We had given that option, and now you see how it is successfully terminated.
Yeah.
So I didn't choose that option. You also didn't choose, but
Yes,
Dharma had
it's done.
chosen that option. No problem. So he enabled the termination protection, means by chance what may happen if that system is very critical and he clicks on terminate and by chance it will get terminated, then it's not good, right?
Yes.
So he enabled that option to keep his system, accidental termination should not happen. For that, he has, you can make me host.
Good, Dharma.
No problem. I'll just.
Yeah, I stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So I have taken the connection. So you understood, right? It was a good thing, Natras?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
so this is some good thing. So you understood, right? How to remove that protection and how to enable that protection. And when we are launching new instance, that time I will show you again. Right? Now, let's go to EC2 dashboard, right? Here, and then we will try to launch our Linux machine. Okay. So how do we launch the machine? New machine.
Instances.
Yeah. Now what? Launch instance?
Yeah, launch instance.
This is terminated. And then one more thing you check, Dharma, before we proceed. Otherwise, there is no use of it. Go to volumes and see if still you have the volume there. It may be there.
Okay.
Yeah. It may not be there. It may be there. Just see.
Volumes, create volume is coming.
Okay, good. That means volume is deleted.
It means
no
it
volume.
says you don't have any EBS volumes in this region.
Correct. Good. Then it is, you are in Mumbai only, right?
Yeah.
On the top you see it will be Mumbai. Now.
Yeah, Mumbai only.
Perfect. So be careful, right, about the volume. So there will be option that again I will show you, right? Then you can relate why I was telling that. Now you click on launch instance quickly.
Yep.
Now here you have Red Hat Enterprise Linux, right? This HVM, SSD volume type, SUSE, like this lot of options we are having, right?
Yeah.
So what we are going to do,
this
see here
free tier eligible, that one.
Yeah. So here it is free tier. If you just click on this free tier, only free tier thing will come. So in free tier eligible, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8, right? HVM. You remember something HVM? HVM.
High volume machine.
No. Just recall. Virtualization.
Hybrid virtualization. Not hybrid.
Hardware virtualization manager.
High virtualization machine.
Yep. We had
high virtualization machine, is it?
We were discussing about that
virtualization
hardware virtual machine and para
Yeah.
virtual machine, right? So this is hardware virtual machine. This is hardware virtual machine. So this is using HVM, not the PV. It is not the para virtual. It is hardware virtualized. This will give more performance. And now this EBS general purpose SSD also there, right? So this will be faster also, SSD also, right?
Yes.
Now root device type will be EBS, right? And virtualization type here you see HVM is written, right? Correct? So this is the faster option we are having, right? And we have the better option. So what we do is we will choose this Red Hat free tier eligible thing. And here we have option ARM and x86. So we choose this x86, right? And we click on select. Right. So now, recently that ARM architecture also came. Now, what we do here, the T2 micro free tier eligible, right? So this is the type of, this is the family actually, the T2.micro, right? This is the type of instance. This is instance type. Okay. Now you just see. I had told you, while installing that Linux one, I'll tell you more things. See the T4G micro. This is again they have just recently added this free trial available for this also, right? For limited time, they are giving T4G for free for a limited time, and the free trial ends. Or if your usage succeeds, right? you have to pay for it, right? So for now, they are giving some free trial. It's not forever. It has just come. So just see here, what are EC2 T4G instance? Amazon EC2 T4G instance are the next generation of general purpose bustable instance powered by ARM based AWS Graviton 2 processors. T4G instances deliver up to 40% better performance, better price performance over T3 instance. They are built on the AWS Nitro system, right? So this Nitro system is another powerful hypervisor. That Nitro hypervisor, right? So it's a very good system, right? So let us know all they are using Nitro based hypervisors. So they will be faster one. Now, who is eligible? Right, so limited until 31st of March. T4G free trial is available for limited time until 31st of March. So it has just come, right, very recently. Maybe last month I had not seen, right? So how can customers get access to this, right? So you can choose this free trial, and this will be counted for up to 750 hours of whatever is there. No, so that will be eligible. This is eligible. You can take it. I can take this one. So you can try that one. Or anyways, like we are having that T2 micro. So this is time tested, right? So you choose this T2 micro only. You see the difference. vCPU 1, memory is 1, right? 1 GB. vCPU is 1, EBS low to middle. And what is there in this free trial thing? What is the difference? What is 2? CPU.
EVCP.
See, you have 2 CPUs here. So this will be faster, right?
Yes.
Better as compared to T2 micro. This is
T3
better as compared to T3 also, right? T3 we have kind of for price. T3 micro 2. So it's kind of same size, right? 2 and 3, 1, but few things may be different. Performance may be better, even though it is having 2 vCPU and 1 GB of RAM. This seems to be faster. So look at these names, right? Look at these names. Different types of names are there. T4G dot small, T4G, this one, A1, B1, C1, C5, 2X, C4, C5. You see all these things, correct?
Yeah.
So you see some different types of C5, 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 C5A, C5A, C5D dot large, C5D dot 2XL, correct? So when you just look at all these things, just try to understand this one. What is happening here? Here you see D is not there in this one. In this D came, right? So here you see it, SSD is there, right? So here they are telling D. Can you relate this D with this D? Okay, look at this D. Wherever you have D, you see here SSD.
Yeah.
Now what you see, you just see wherever you have that say like for example, you have 2 CPUs and 4 GB of RAM. Then from large, when it becomes extra large, what is happening to the CPU?
It's doubled.
RAM also doubled. Now when it becomes extra large to double XL, right, it is doubled, correct? Now 4XL, right, again doubled. Now 9XL, right, 4XL and 9XL. See what is happening here. 4 into 4, 16. 4 into 9, 36, correct?
Yeah.
So 4 is taken as here, some standard here. Now 4 into 4, if 4XL is 16, then 9XL will be 36 for sure. Because 16 divided by 4 is 4. Multiply that 4 with 9, so it comes to 36. Here, accordingly, here also, if you divide this 32 with 4, so it will be 8. Now 8 you multiply with this 9, now it comes to 72. Making some sense, right? Making some sense. There is some relation, right? So from 9 to 12, So now it should be 3 times this one, extra large, 4XL. 4 into 3 is 12. So 16 into 3 is 48, right? Now 32 into 3 is 96, right? So you just see like 18XL, 24XL. Accordingly, no, it's changing. So what you understand, the large size of t-shirt, extra large XL, double XL, 4XL, 5XL. So just look at this last one. So last one is what? The size, how it is for the t-shirt, like that only large size, XL size and all those things. What about this D? You just relate with this SSD and all, right? What is that D? That is some kind of feature, correct? That is some kind of feature, right? So based on that, they have given some name, some special feature or something. They have given some kind of name. Now there is something like C and 5. What is the meaning of C and 5? C means what? What do you think? Something common, you know, right? C means compute. Hello? You still there? Natras? Dharma?
Faster.
Hello?
Hello?
Natras?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
yes.
you, Nataraj.
Yeah.
So C means
Yeah, yeah.
compute. C means compute.
Compute.
Compute means this. You see the combination CPU memory. No, good, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this will be faster. C for compute. So this is the family. C will be the family of the instance. Okay. C will be the family of the instance. So for example, we take this C4 D21, 24 extra large, right? So what I will do, I'll just take this one. Now take this one. Okay. So just tell me, what is that C?
Compute.
Yeah. So C means compute. C means compute, right? So that C is, right, what? That is instance family. What is that? Instance family, right? So C is for compute. So kind of, no, family. So different family that is. Now what is 5? Instance generation. What is that? Instance generation. So this is compute family, right? And this is which generation? Fifth generation. Then you look at this particular thing. So what is that? Size. Instance size of the instance, right? So this you can relate to what? T-shirt size. So that is T-shirt size. That is the size of the instance. So how much CPU, how much, how many, how much RAM, how many CPUs, how much of RAM. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what we are going to do, we are just you just try you other instance also. You can try later, free trial or something, right? So now what we are doing, we're just taking T2 micro, right, low to moderate, right, and then we are going to next configure instance details, right? Now number of instances, 1. We are launching 1 instance. Network, whatever default VPC, subnet, right? So we have You saw, no? That time I was discussing subnet.
Yeah.
Availability zone. So this is 1B. This is the subnet. This is 1A. This is the subnet. This is 1. Where you want to create your instance, that you can choose. You want to create in 1B, you can choose 1B. Want to create in 1A, you can choose 1A. Which availability zone you want to create your instance into? Otherwise, if you say no preference, your instance will be created in wherever there is more resources available. Whatever Amazon wishes, there they will create by default. Okay. So as we are not going to run any business, right, in any location, doesn't matter to us wherever it creates. So I just say no preference, right? Give some flexibility to Amazon people, right? So that wherever they have more resources, let them create there. Doesn't matter to us, anyways. Trial purpose for us. Now, auto assign public IP. So use subnet setting, enable. So when we create our subnet, so then I will show you. There we will have option setting. If we enable, if we say use subnet setting, it will use that subnet setting. What if it is disabled there? It will be, if I disable it, so it will not use that public IP. If I say enable, it will use public IP. But if I say use subnet setting, so whatever is the setting for that particular subnet, if it is set not to assign public IP, it will not assign public IP. If it is set to assign public IP, it will set. So by default, it will be enabled. In subnet also, by default, public IP will be enabled. If that is enabled, here public IP will come. But you never know. You want to keep your system not in the public IP. You don't want it to be publicly accessible. So private network you want to create. Then if your subnet is private, in which you are going to create this, then this will become no public IP will be assigned. Right now, placement, group, capacity reservation, all these things we are not looking at it now. IAM role also we are not assigning any. CPU options, no. Enable termination protocol. So this is what was done by Dharma. Okay, if you enable this, while deletion, it will not delete. You have to go and remove that option from the settings. So this is the instance detail that we are configuring, right? To protect against accidental termination. If you do, then it will not delete easily. So you have to go and remove that protection. So I'm not choosing this. Enable CloudWatch detailed monitoring. Additional charges will be applied. So there will be we will be discussing about CloudWatch, right? And how to enable monitoring using CloudWatch, right? So that we'll be learning. Tenancy, shared tenancy is fine. Like it will have dedicated on a particular dedicated instance. You can then launch dedicated host or something. So we are not choosing that. Shared tenancy is fine. Credit specification is fine. So here you see file system. What it is? Just take your mouse and just read it.
Yeah.
Specify EFS file system to mount to your instance. We have created EFS.
Yeah.
So we can either create a new one or we can add the file system. As soon as you click on add, it should get added because we have only one, I think. Do I have more?
Yeah.
I have only one. Another one I deleted. Just now I deleted sometime ago.
Yes.
So otherwise it would give me a choice. Now there is only one. So it is becoming like this. So it will create on /mnt/efs/fs1. Like this it will create by default. You can modify it. You can create wherever you wish. Not on MNT, you want to create on something else, you can mention that particular path. Additional security groups required. To enable access to the file system, the required security groups will be automatically created and attached to this instance, and the selected file systems mount target to manually manage the security groups. Clear the checkbox. You see this?
Yeah.
So what it says, this option were not there earlier. So very recently, they have added this option. So earlier they were not giving this option, right? So what we have to do? We don't want this.
Yeah.
Because we have created, right? We have created.
Yeah.
We have created our security group. Already we have created our security groups. So Already we have the security group created. So additional security groups required, it says, to enable access to the file system, the required security group will be automatically created and attached to this instance, and the selected file systems mount targets to manually manage the security groups, clear this checkbox. So we have our Linux security group, we have our EFS security group, right?
Yes.
So we know how to use the security group. So we don't want it to make automatic. So we are not doing it. Okay. So this feature was not there. So earlier, no, we used to do like that. Now, advanced details, right? So all those features are there. Metadata, accessible metadata, user data. So see what is happening here in the user data. This is the place where you can do bootstrapping. You can do bootstrapping means, say, like whenever you are just launching a new machine, whatever action you want to perform on that machine, right, that will be available here, right? So if you want to do something, say like once you create your new machine and you want to create some new folder, or you want to create some user, you want to do something after the machine is created, you want to configure, change some configuration file or something, so you can do all those things using this particular thing here. You can automate. So what it is doing, it is doing some package update, it is running some command yum install -y Amazon EFS utils, right? See, this EFS related some packages are getting installed, right?
Yeah.
So what is the most important here from Red Hat perspective is yum install -y nfs -utils. This is the command. If you don't attach this file system here, then what will happen? You have to manually go to the system and run which command? Yum install -y nfs -utils. This command. Another commands are also there. So those things are not relevant here, replicate or something. Those are for another type of file systems. However, which one is most relevant? Yum install -y nfs -utils. So this is the package using which you will get the option, right, to install that package, that nfs utils package for mounting this particular file system. Now it is telling the file system ID, EFS mount point, MNT EFS FS1. So this is the mount point. Just if I go here and here, if I make some change to this particular place, if I say slash, right, slash EFS, right, slash FS1, right? If I change here, then what will happen? What will happen here? See what happened?
Yeah.
MNT and all gone, right?
Yes.
So understand that whatever is this is the directory actually. It will create a directory and it will mount the file system. Okay, so that when you do CD to this directory, when you change to this directory, you can use, you can access, you can create your file, you can delete your file, you can use your EFS, NFS file system. So this is the directory through which you can access your file system. So that is the mount point. That is called mount point. Now, whatever we have given here, right? So accordingly, it will create that and it will see those options, timeout option, hard option, W size option, right? All those options I was showing, no?
Yeah.
Those things are going to etc fstab file. This etc fstab file is a file, configuration file, where we mention the storage and then we mention the mount point to access that storage. So how you are going to access your file system, that file system path will be mentioned here. So EFS related whatever parameters are there, that EFS thing, that will be all those things whatever I was showing you when I clicked on attach in the EFS. So all those things are going and making it permanent in EFS tab. Even if system reboots, right, these entries will be permanently saved in etc fstab file of the Linux machine, so that even after your system reboots, you will be able to access your this particular path EFS FS1, right? So that is the mount point. Okay, so now after this we say add storage. Okay, we'll take a couple of minutes. No, we launch this instance, right? So you see here, root and snapshot 10 GB.
Yeah.
Right. So 10 GB, we have 30 GB of EBS general purpose, right? Allowed, correct? So this 10 GB we are taking out of our 30 GB. If we would not have deleted our Windows instance and volume associated with that, what would have happened? It would be apart from that 30 GB. So we would be paying for this 10 GB. Chargeable, yeah. So that's why we deleted. Now, this is the option, right, that I was telling. Why I asked you to go to EBS and check whether your volume is deleted or not, because while doing the installation of your instance, if you don't tick this, what will happen? This disk, this block device will not get deleted even if you terminate your instance. If you tick mark and you terminate your instance, this disk will be deleted. If you don't tick mark, your instance will be terminated, but this disk, this block device will remain. That means this block device, this hard disk is independent of your EC2. Only thing is you are doing the installation, right, and attaching it, right, to the EC2 instance by choosing this particular device. You are attaching it, but you can detach it also. You can attach it and detach it. If you say delete on termination, it will be deleted along with your instance. Right? So I'll show you separately how we can add additional volumes, right? How we can delete it even when they how we can detach it from the system, and how we can attach another disk to the system. So all those options we are having. Okay, so yeah, you have the option for doing the encryption, not encrypted default, this encryption or something. We have that option as well. So we are not doing any encryption here. We're just choosing this quickly, and this is we'll say add tag. Go to add tag, just say some name, right, and then we'll give some value. So we will say a tag consists of case sensitive key value pair. For example, you could define a tag with key equal to name or value equal to some web server or something. So this is some Red Hat server, Red Hat machine or something, right? Yes. Red Hat hyphen Linux instance, right? Red Hat Linux instance, or we say Red Hat Linux DEC. I just mentioned like that. So this is Red Hat Linux DEC. This we are creating. This is the tag. Now this tag will be associated with the instance and will be attached to volume also, the same tag. Now we say configure security group. Now this is the place for which we are already prepared, correct? So what we are going to do here, we are not going to create a new security group. We will select existing security group. Okay, select an existing security group. So what is that security group?
Hello NFS to Red Hat machine.
This one, I think.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So already inbound rule or something in there, right? So we have this security group.
So not this one, huh?
Which one?
There is one more, right? NFS access to Linux SG. The second one, right? Not that one.
This is the one.
He's telling second one. Second one.
You were attaching that
NFS access to Linux SG.
Tell me which one. Which one is relevant and why?
Second one.
This one. No. See, why we are creating, why we are attaching the security group? What is the purpose? This is Linux machine. What do you want to do with this? You want it to be accessible over SSH from your laptop, right?
Yeah.
So you require port 22, right?
Yep.
Yes,
So
yes.
it should allow SSH to you, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is this not
Correct,
relevant?
correct.
Yes, it's relevant.
Yes, this is my IP address. This is port 22, right? And it is allowing SSH. So this is the one, the most relevant. The Red Hat -DEC-SG. So this we have created for our Linux machine only. So that we, from our IP address, right, we can SSH to this particular instance. So you will have something like this. Just choose. Found it? Please confirm,
That
Nataraj.
SSH security group only we need to choose, right?
Yeah. We need to do SSH, correct? To our Linux machine. Right? Now we say review and launch. Review and launch.
That's what I mentioned. SSH connection.
Yeah, that is good. Now we have all those details, whatever we have chosen. We have the Red Hat security group. We have SSH under instance details. We have all these options. We have no storage, right? We have that root, right? This I have no tags and all. Right? So under user data, some information is there related to our NFS. So everything in there. Now we are good to launch the instance. So we just click on launch. Now what does it look for? The key pair. Select an existing key pair. For Windows also it was asking, right? So now we say create a new key pair. This is important. Okay, Nataraj?
Yes, yes.
So this is important, right? So what you do is you just select an existing key pair or create a new pair. You choose create a new key pair. Now you give some name here.
Linux. Sorry, Red Hat.
Linux something and key pair. That Linux key pair -December. Something you give so that no, it is relevant. You can easily find it. I'll say something December 2020. You can give whatever name you wish. Now I have said Red Hat Linux key pair December 2020. Now it will create this. I need to download and keep it very safely. Otherwise, if I lose this, then I cannot access my machine. Download key pair. It is downloading. So I'll just keep it in some secured place, say like in the workspace.
Enter a key pair name.
Yeah, there is the key PEM. Yeah, that is the name of that private file, that PEM. Now you just save it. That PEM thing, you save it in a particular location.
Done.
Once you have downloaded and kept it very properly, right? Then only you launch the instance. Downloaded, right, Dharma?
Yes.
Please confirm, Dharma. You also confirm.
Yeah, it's downloading, sir. So that we need to keep it in our local machine, right?
Yeah. Keep it safely somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Now you got that. Key pair is downloaded to you. Now you have downloaded in some and kept it safely, right? Now you click on launch instances. Click on launch instances. Your instances are now launching. Right? Yeah. So this is already launching, right? So you can click on view instances here at the bottom, right? You can go back directly to the EC2 thing, right? So it's showing like one is terminated, another is pending. Okay. So now your instance is launching and it is running. Correct? It is initializing. Correct?
For me, it's loading still. I'll confirm.
Just refresh.
Yeah, it's running.
Okay. So now it will initialize. Dharma, is it running instance?
Yeah, it's running for me.
Perfect. Perfect.
Harish, you there?
Yep.
Okay. It is still initializing. Status check.
Just refresh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keep on doing.
Okay. So meanwhile, you can just see, just click that Red Hat Linux, and while it is initializing, right, you can just take a look at these things here. It will be showing that security monitoring. You go to monitoring.
Monitoring is disabled, right?
No, no.
Yeah.
Where it is disabled. CPU utilization is showing,
Yeah,
right?
monitoring is.
Put disabled monitoring.
Okay, yeah, yes.
Just select that and then click on monitoring, right? You can see this. So by default, the basic monitoring will happen. You can extend that monitoring, right, further, right? So
now status checks 2 out of 2.
See the percentage utilization, right? Oh, status checks came 2 of 2 for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me also it came. Good. So, Dharma, for you also it came?
Yeah, for me that 2 by 2 checks done, so I'm able to.
Perfect, perfect. So now I think we need to take a pause, right? So we need to connect to this instance, right? So for that, what we require, the most important thing is, right? We require the key pair that we have downloaded. You have to keep that safely, right? And this instance that has launched, right? So this will be gone anyways, like this entry will be gone next. If you come next time, it will be gone. Now this is the thing from where we have to begin, right, in the next session. So what we will do in the next session, we will continue further with our hands-on. So security group we have done, EFS file system, EC to RHL instance, we have done. Connect to RHL instance using PuTTY. So next thing would be to connect to this instance using PuTTY. So how we will connect? We'll create, we'll download that PuTTY software, right, if it is not there currently with you. So before the next session, what is expected from you is download that PuTTY from putty.org website. Okay, download that PuTTY, right? So it will be like putty.exe.
Okay.
So you just download that, go to that, putty.org, just look for putty.org. And I'll tell you which one to download. Here you will come, download PuTTY, right? So here, click this here, the very first thing, and then you just come down. This is installation package, this binary package. So putty.exe SSH and telnet client itself, right? So this 64-bit, right?
Yeah.
You can download this putty.exe. Okay, Dharma? So there is no harm, right? You can download it, you can keep it, so it will not get installed. Directly we'll use it. Okay, so it will not get installed in a machine. Simply download it and we'll use it. So
I think PuTTY, I have it in my local desktop. It's already there, already installed.
Perfect. You put it there. Perfect. No need of any download then.
No, PuTTY is already installed in my machine, so I think I can use that.
Perfect. So you can use that one. Then you download puttygen.exe.
You don't need to install, right?
No need to install anything. You just have to download putty.exe already there. Now you download puttygen also. Download and keep it. This one, second last.
Okay.
This 64-bit puttygen.exe there now.
So putty gen also you need.
This also you will need for the next session.
Yeah, key for key generation, right? Key generator.
Yeah. So we will not use for generation because key already we are having. We'll use it for conversion. So there are two benefits of puttygen.exe. One is for generating the key. Another thing is for converting the .pem format key, because what we have downloaded is .pem, right? See, you have to keep this carefully. Just next session, please be ready with what this Red Hat Linux, whatever key pair PEM file that you have downloaded. This is the key. Okay, this is the one.
Yes.
Now, you have to be ready with this PEM, and then you have to be. What else you need is this putty.exe you need. Then what else you need? Puttygen.exe also you need. These two things. Putty.exe and puttygen.exe. Okay, and then this key pair. Okay, these two things, these three things, and your system.
That key we already downloaded, right? When we before launching instance.
Key already we downloaded. Putty already you have. Puttygen.exe also you download. Then this running thing you can shut down for now. You just select this Red Hat Linux, right? Now you go to that instance state. You just say stop instance. If you say terminate, then it is gone. So you just say stop instance.
Stop it.
Yeah, just say stop. What will happen?
Stopping.
It will stop.
Successfully stopped.
Stopping.
Yeah. So it is stopping. So it will stop very soon, right? So what is there in the volume section? Under Elastic Block Storage, you have 10 GB of volume now. Only 10 GB there, this volume. Whatever disk, root disk device, how you have C colon and all, like that, this is root disk device / partition of the, our system. This is stopped now. So we are good, right, for today, right? So let's see in the next session, what we have to do. We just have to change this PEM format into putty format actually. So that putty doesn't know this PEM. So that's why in the next thing, what we are going to do, this PEM, whatever this .pem is there, this PEM, like this it is, begin RSA private key, end RSA private key. So in the next session, we are going to convert this PEM into PPK. What we're going to do? We're going to convert into PPK. How PPK looks, I'll show you. See this, PPK. So it will become PPK, right? So we'll use this puttygen to convert that, and it will become PPK format. Private putty private key. PPK means putty private key. So we'll begin with that, and then we will access our instance, right? And then we'll see various other options in the instance. Okay. So, okay. Any questions before we close? We're good?
No. And just for your information, next session I will not be available. I mean, next problem. Saturday and Sunday I will not be available.
Yeah. Okay. You can follow from the recording, right? Okay. And before the very next sessions. Okay. So sure. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dharma.
Yeah, nothing from my side as of now. We'll see if anything for next week.
Yeah, try to revise whatever you can, and then let's meet again. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye.